So you've probably seen your friends tracking their daily steps, comparing their sleep scores, and talking about reaching gold or diamond vitality status. You're wondering, is vitality for me? What exactly is vitality? And more importantly, how did an ordinary South African insurance company persuade millions and millions and millions of people internationally, locally, to exercise more, sleep better, make healthier food decisions, and manage their finances more effectively? And then what they do is use those behaviors and they turn it into a very powerful reward competitive advantage. So Discovery Vitality's audited 2025 financial statements read, and it reported that more than 3 billion rand flowed through the Vitality engine in that year. 3 billion that they shared in terms of rewards. So my question is simple: is Vitality worth it? Especially if you're a medical doctor, if you're a graduate professional, you've got a busy schedule, and a lot of people say, yeah, but if you engage with Vitality, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that. Well, in this episode, we're going to unpack it, and we're going to have a closer look at the Discovery Vitality story. Right up next. So if you're a medical doctor, a young professional, or anyone whose future earning potential depends on your overall health, this could be one of the most important and valuable episodes that you will ever watch. If you find it helpful, please subscribe to the channel, share it with friends and colleagues, and let's get right into it. So let's begin at the beginning. Where did Discovery start? We'll have to go back to 1992. A young actuary named Adrian Gore had already built a very promising career at Liberty Life, but he believed that the insurance industry in South Africa had a massive fundamental flaw. Traditional insurance companies waited for something to go wrong, calculated the loss, and then they paid the claim. So Adrian Gore wondered, what if an insurance company could help people avoid or manage the health risk in the first place, and then drive behavior to make sure that we can lower the potential or the possibility rather of a future claim? So armed with a health insurance mitigation concept by rewarding low-risk clients, as I mentioned, he pitched this concept apparently to RMB. Adrian Gore pressed on and started what would become Discovery as we know it today. A dominant and innovative insurance giant, surpassing Sanlam as the largest in terms of market cap in the South African market today. So instead of simply compensating clients when things go wrong, Discovery sought to reward healthier, lower risk behaviors and share the value created when those behaviors led to better outcomes. In other words, rather than only paying claims, the insurer would help and reward you if you change your risk and lower the probability of a claim. So shared value. And that's where the concept of Vitality shared value starts. Let me explain. When you exercise, screen early, eat better, and manage chronic risk, you improve the odds of mortality. Claims experience improves, the insurer, in this case Discovery, creates economic value because they don't have to pay claims, which they can then return, in this case Discovery, through discounts, Discovery miles, cashbacks, funded devices, and better outcomes on selective products. So you win, Discovery win, and you know what, your community also wins because they get a better and healthier version of you. And for professionals and someone that's busy, especially doctors, I think this hits very close to home. A 2024 study found that medical training and health knowledge do not automatically protect people from poor healthy habits. For example, we've seen physical inactivity, poor sleep, unmanaged stress, and people neglecting their health. Maintaining healthy behaviors will always require conscious efforts and ongoing intention. Now, one might argue that people who choose to use programs like Vitality may already be more focused on their health and well-being. However, a RAND Europe study of more than 400,000 people in South Africa and the UK found that members in the Vitality program increased their recorded physical activity by 34% when active rewards were offered. 34%. That works out to about 5 extra activity days every month and 60 extra activity days a year. Other studies found similar results. They showed that rewards and incentives are always linked to high activity levels. If there's something at the end of it for you, you will most probably do it. Healthier habits, better long-term health outcomes across large groups of people. While incentives are not only the only reason people make healthier choices, the evidence also suggests that it can encourage better decisions, which forms part of the foundation of the entire Vitality ethos. The entire system is built on this. If we can motivate you, encourage you, and reward you to make better decisions, and you do so and lowering the risk of a potential future claim, we share that value with you. Now, watching this episode, you might probably wonder, why share this philosophy? What is the relevance in all of this? Is this a discovery episode? Are we pitching discovery? And why should we even consider engaging with discovery? And I maybe want to start there by saying the intention of this episode is definitely not to punt discovery. It's definitely not to ditch other companies. It's definitely not to criticize, because the South African market is a phenomenal market. I think our South African services, financial services providers, are the best of the best in the world. This episode is rather built and constructed to cut through the noise and gain a clear understanding of the thinking and the philosophy and the approach of each of our service providers. Now, most of the service providers, not all the service providers, but most of them, have a genuine focus on long-term value. So if you stay with them for 40 years, for 50 years, there's a carrot at the end of the road for you. The key thing that I like about discovery is there's that immediate value, that shared carrot that you immediately get for living a better life, for looking after your health, for sleeping better, for making better decisions and just being more focused and disciplined. So the rewards program with Vitality is a behavior program. It's not a loyalty program. It's a behavior program. So rewarding exercise, better nutrition, good sleep, and proactive health management creates value. And that value is now, helping you build the health, the energy, and the habits that support your long-term journey into financial freedom, success, well-being, better marriage, etc. Vitality's immediate shared value is easy to notice. Coffee rewards, gym discounts, flight savings, funding fitness devices, healthy gear, and healthy food rewards, which are all useful. The real strength in Vitality is the dynamic system behind it, the data, the thinking, and the feedback loop. Discovery Health Medical Scheme covers millions of people, and it dominates the South African open medical scheme market. I think something like 6 out of 10 people in South Africa is on a Discovery administrated fund. Vitality, same thing. It operates and touches millions of people internationally. UK, we've seen them in China and the East. Discovery is also now partnered with Google to build Vitality AI, using large amounts of behavior and insurance data gathered over many, many, many years. You can just imagine the amount of data that is available through Google. So that gives Discovery deep insight into health behaviors, screening, illness patterns, and costs. Put simply, Discovery can now see an action to help people improve, which rewards keep them moving forward, and where do people start losing motivation, and try to find that balance to keep people moving forward, keep people being engaged. The app is continuously trying to connect that behavior and that reward risk connection, and price that all in one system for the benefit of you, the Vitality user. So you're watching this episode, and how do you make Vitality now work for you? You like Vitality, you like the concept, how do you make it work for you? There's 2 main things to understand. Vitality is quite broad. Yes, there's other legs, but there's 2 main ones. Firstly, Vitality Health, which you can get through life insurance or medical aid. And then there's also Vitality Money, which you can get through Discovery Bank. Discovery Money rewards stuff like better financial behavior, saving, managing debt, and planning for the future. Whereas with health, it rewards healthy sleep habits, training, healthy food, etc. So my final view on this: can another company beat Discovery on a benefit? Is there a better life insurance? Is there a better income protection? And the simple answer is, of course, yes. And I don't think there is a perfect company out there where everything is the best of the best of the best. Definitely not. And that's why it's always important to make sure, for whatever your need is, that you've got the best solution for that specific need. But to compete with an international, ever-evolving, innovative Vitality system that's got health data, rewards, devices, banking, insurance, pricing, partners, technology, all working together, it's virtually impossible to copy this thing. If you're focused on the future, focused on your health, how you train, if you want to travel, want to buy healthy food, you care about your sleep, and you're locked in to manage your money properly, you want to live a healthy life, you're probably already an ideal client for Vitality. And Discovery will reward you for living this life. So they didn't invent exercise. Discovery didn't start exercise or start good sleeping habits or start saving. But Discovery built a system that makes it so easy to see, easier to measure, and more rewarding to repeat. It rewards you to repeat this and to live the life you want to live. It lowers the average probability of health-related claims and poor financial spending. And it rewards you for being better and doing more. For me personally, that's why it stands out. I'm already living the life. I'm trying or aspiring to live this life, and discovery will reward me for it, which makes discovery in today's society very difficult to ignore. I hope you found this episode very valuable, and until next time, I'm